Today we gather outside of the Russian Consulate yet again to express our frustration with the thug regime of Vladimir Putin. Ladies and gentlemen, just yesterday we were celebrating the achievements of women and their positive contribution to the global society. At the same time, Putin is trying to kill one of the brightest and most patriotic Ukrainian women of our days. To these guys that sit in this building and think that nobody cares and the world will just suck it up and will not act on it, they're very wrong. Our message is very powerful, and our message is very simple. Free Savchenko.
Today we, the Ukrainian community of Toronto, and Torontonians stands united with those in support of Nadiya worldwide in, 1, demanding that Putin release Nadiya Savchenko. 2, we are providing support and strength to Nadiya Savchenko. And 3, we are opposing the illegal detention of Ukrainian hostages in Russia.
On March 4, political prisoner Nadiya Savchenko announced a dry hunger strike, demanding her release from illegal captivity in Russia. Nadiya Savchenko defended her homeland from aggression. She is innocent and is true hero of Ukraine.
Ельвіра, ми дізналися, що ти вчора оголосила голодування. Чому, власне, ти його оголосила? Яка є причина?
Причин насправді багато, але останньою такою краплею і то було оголошення Савченкою сухого голодування. Я намагаюся ще плюс до того закликати канадську владу для того, щоб вони діяли як раніше, щоб вони звернулися до Путіна з вимогою звільнити Савченко. Крім нашої Надії Савченко, в Росії ще є багато політв'язнів, які є заковані у російських ланцюгах, можна сказати.
Ukraine is fighting for a future of its own. It's been oppressed for hundreds of years by the Russians, by the Soviets, and by others. And ladies and gentlemen, I think Ukraine has arrived at a point that it has a right to fight for its future, that it has a right to its democracy and to its freedom and to its self-determination within a Euro-Atlantic future. And Canada, as we had said before, will never recognize Ukraine without its territories. We will stand fast by Ukraine, and we will work hard to make sure that not only Nadiya Savchenko is free, but that Ukraine is able to realize its democratic future, because this is something that that country has worked so hard for throughout many, many centuries, and they deserve it right now.
What does Savchenko mean to you, and why were you here today?
Well, Savchenko means freedom of Ukraine, essentially. I was here to support that. I'm here because Vladimir Putin can't do anything else in the world to try to distract from Nadiya Savchenko and Ukraine, which is something he's trying in earnest to do. She is not only a helicopter pilot, soldier, and a parliamentarian, but this is a hero that is standing up on the stage internationally for Ukraine, and the level of suffering that she is going through, the privation that she's putting herself through for the freedom of her country is something that should inspire not only all Ukrainians, but everyone in the world.
Nadiya could have broken many times over the months of isolation, over the months of illegal process, over the months of kidnapping and being held against her will. And Nadiya could have been broken by being bribed. And yes, they would have offered her anything to have her turn on her native land, Ukraine. And yet, she wasn't broken. And Nadiya could have been returned to Ukraine and denounced the government and denounced the army if she wanted to. And they would have let her go. But she was not broken. They tried every avenue they could, including holding her for months upon months upon months with illegal processes, knowing she won't be let go, and yet she is not broken.
In Ukrainian, the name Nadiya is translated as hope. Hope. She epitomizes the hope of all humanity for a world without violence, a world of justice, a world of peace, a world where there is indeed just courts and just justices, not kangaroo courts as the one that is being held in Rostov trying her. She epitomizes the hope for a better future for all children, not only of Ukraine, but all of Europe, for a better life for the people of Russia.
Її хочуть продати. Вони хочуть використати Надію для якоїсь цілі, яка ми не знаємо. Це є закладника, воно порушує всі закони Об'єднаних Націй, Комісії людських прав, порушує всі закони Організації безпеки і співробітництва Європи, до якого належить Росія тут і там, порушує закони Європейського парламенту, де Росія сьогодні не має права голосувати.
As a hostage, being taken hostage by the Putin regime, we have the same tool available to Nadiya Savchenko as is available to the people who persecuted Sergei Magnitsky, which is to take away the visas and ban the assets of the people who did this. And there's been recent talk in Canada of re-engagement with Russia. The Prime Minister has said he wants to re-engage with Russia. If he wants to talk to Russia, that's fine. But he should not appease Russia, and he should pass the Magnitsky Act in Canada so that these people have something to be afraid of, because they are afraid of it. This is the single worst thing that you can do to any Russian official, which is sentence them to life in Russia. In the interests of Nadiya Savchenko, in the interests of Sergei Magnitsky, in the interests of Boris Nemtsov, in the interests of Anna Politkovskaya, I urge you all to put pressure on the government and to shame the government if they do not pass the Magnitsky Act, because this is the one tool that we have, a very real tool right now that we have to punish the people who are doing this and to create consequences in Russia for the people who are keeping Nadiya Savchenko hostage. Thank you very much.